Kelvin. I remember our very first day in Nakameguro.
Marika, I've been waiting for this moment, standing in front of all our loved ones, to finally say what you mean to me. I still remember our first day in Nakameguro.
I learned that Hawaii was formed by fierce volcanic activity that eventually settled into these beautiful, peaceful islands. So Kelvin and Marika, love begins with an intense, overwhelming heat. But over time, believe me, that initial heat settles. The frantic intensity evolves into something incredibly solid, rich, and permanent, just like the ground we stand on today. Yet underneath it all, the passion and care you have for each other should never fade. May your marriage create a landscape as beautiful, enduring, and uniquely yours as these islands around us. Kelvin, you've added plenty of spice to our life. Keep it up. Marika, welcome to our family.
There's something so pure and genuine about the way you love, and I feel very lucky every day to be the person who gets to receive it. And after every single wrong turn and every right one, I choose you and I choose you every time.
We were all a little bit protective of Kelvin growing up. Little Kelly. He was the little brother of the group, and if we're honest, while we were protective, we were equally a little bit worried about how this perfect gentleman was ever going to meet somebody.
Yeah!
At a glance, Marika and Kelvin might seem a little bit different, but with all of these great traits, they complement each other so well. So Kelvin and Marika. Some say that life is a climb. Others say it's a marathon. But knowing you two have already conquered both of these together, I have no doubt that you'll bring your strengths and your differences together to tackle every adventure ahead. Congratulations.
I think Marika, but I think Kelvin would probably help Marika to survive longer. He'll sacrifice himself. But yeah.
Definitely Marika. But I have an instinct that she would help Kelvin so much that he would like outlive her. That she would kind of disappear. Yeah, 100%. When the worst comes to worst, she will just
offer himself as sacrifice.
That is very true.
マミへ毎朝お弁当を作ってくれて学校への送り迎えをしてくれて本当に何から何まで大変お世話になりました。そんなマミは誰にでもできる自慢の母親です。いつも優しく支えてくれて感謝してます。マミにとってこれからもずっと可愛い息子です。だから遠慮せず僕に甘えてください。たくさん支えてくれた分、これからは少しでも恩返しをしていきたいと思います。
And to our brothers, you both walked down the aisle today, which meant a lot to us. To Ritsuki, thank you for being such an important part of the wedding. You came to every single fitting with me, sat through hours of dress shopping, and gave me your honest opinions right away. Even all the dress shops were very surprised to see siblings come together for the first time. You're the very first person to see me in the wedding dress today, and I don't think I could have done it without you.
And to Brent, I know this past year has been a big one for you too, having your own wedding and welcoming Mila to your family. And yet you still showed up for me. But honestly, this comes at no surprise because you've always been there for me throughout my life. You're always someone I can count on.
パパいつも水泳の練習や試合に連れて行ってくれたり、出張で時差ボケなのに応援に来てくれたり、たまに寝てたけどお弁当を作ってくれてたり、社会人になって実家にいた時も毎日晩ご飯作ってくれたり、本当にありがとう。仕事で忙しい中でもいつも家族との時間を大切にしてくれてたこと、本当に感謝しています。
Marriage isn't just a simple milestone or simply a beautiful moment. It's the start of a new journey between two people who decided to build something bigger than either one of them can do alone. I am honored to be standing here with these two amazing human beings from Japan, both ridiculously active, capable, and dependable. And together, I think they just make sense.
We met at the station, and me being me, I immediately pulled out my Google Maps and started trying to figure out how to get to the restaurant we were planning to go to. I remember stopping and standing, staring at my phone, saying, "Wait, is it this way?" What I didn't know at that time was that you had arrived early and had already gone to check where the restaurant was beforehand. You knew exactly where this restaurant was, but instead of taking over, you just gently pointed me in the right direction. Looking back now, that was really the first glimpse of the life we've been building together, and ever since, not because you knew where the restaurant was, but because from the very beginning, you've always known exactly when to step in and when to simply walk beside me.
Yeah, but I'm not blind.
I didn't meet little Kelly at Nakameguro, but I met him after he took a shower at my house. I was like, oh, Kelvin-san, はじめまして。で、印象的にはit wasn't the best, but over time, as many of you know, I started to learn about Kelvin a little more. I saw his kindness, his patience with Marika. で、これで thank you for joining Marika in this ceremony, and welcome to the family. ありがとうございます。
To Daddy, thank you for giving me so many opportunities throughout my life, including the opportunity to celebrate this day surrounded by the people I love. It's a day I'll cherish forever. Introducing me to baseball changed my life, and you spent countless weekends coaching my practices and attending games. Everything you did out of love, and I know that now. And I hope you know how grateful I am for it all.
Over the years, I've come to love the countless of ways you've shown up for me. Carrying a Tide to Go pen because you know I'll spill something. Making me a smoothie every morning, no matter how sleepy you are. Checking our route before every hike so I don't have to worry about getting lost. And usually being the first one to say I love you. I love your loyalty to me, to our relationship, and unfortunately the Bay Stars. Even though we'll never be able to cheer for the same baseball team, there's nobody else I would rather sit beside through every season of life. I love you, Kelvin Cato Robbins.
I love you who you are in the big moments, but even more in the ordinary ones. It's the stories you tell me before you fall asleep, and your wild dreams the next morning. The one who remembers birthdays, plans celebrations, and makes everyone feel special without even trying. You have this way of making people feel seen and cared for. I've watched you do it for your friends, your family, and for me. These are the things I notice, and these are the things I'll forever cherish. I promise to love you with the same openness you've always shown me, to be your steady presence and your biggest supporter in all the days ahead. I can't wait to build a life with you, keep learning from you, and keep choosing you every day. You mean everything to me, and I'm so glad that I get to be yours.
乾杯。ありがとうございました。
Yeah, I broke a few promises. Marika asked me not to drink before the speech. You know, she asked me to write something down, but 心からだよ, Marika. 本当に. Today I learned a lot about Marika. You know, being independent. Oh, all those great qualities. Man, I didn't know that until tonight. But, you know, I'm proud of you, Marika. 本当に. よくやったよ, 今まで. Let's raise our glasses. You know, one more. To Marika and Kelvin. Kanpai. Kanpai. I love you, Marika.
A face I've never seen, her body close to me, and suddenly there's nothing in